Manchester United, Eric Ten Hag, the manager, has named his lineup to face Brentford. And the big question is one, will United bounce back from their defeat at Old Trafford by a team which goes by names of Brighton in there for you? And we really succumbed to a defeat of a side which goes by names of Brighton by 2-0, 2-1 at Old Trafford. The display was not all that good, but Eric Ten Hag has made a very, very crucial change into this game of football as United takes on a side which goes by names of Brentford. And I go by the names of Rock and David. This is the channel that brings you your latest news and information as far as you guys are concerned. United versus Brentford. We are playing away at Brentford. That is the Brentford Community Stadium. That is in London. And the last time we came here, we won by 3-0. I remember Elanga was on target, Sancho was on target, and Rashford was on target. 3 people scored, and all of those 3, 2 of those are in the starting 11 that the man of the moment, who goes by names of Eric Ten Hag, has really gone ahead to announce right about now. Let's get into this as the confirmed starting 11 of Manchester United onto the screen. Now, who has Eric Ten Hag brought in goal? It's David De Gea. We are having Harry Maguire, the captain, Martinez, Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, Eriksson, Freddie, Diego Dello, Diego Dello, Luke Shaw, and Sancho. All these are the players that started, apart from one who has been taken out. That is a player who goes by the names of Scott McTominay. When I really look at players like Scott McTominay being taken out, I really feel okay, because we need more quality into this team. And that shows you that if at all we bring in Adrian Rabiot, it's obviously going to be Freddie getting out of the team. It's going to be a double midfield pivot of Eriksson and Rabiot. And now, if De Jong comes in through in this game of football, obviously, what do you get? You get Bruno Fernandes out of the starting 11, and Eriksson will play as a central attack midfielder, and Bruno Fernandes will be taken out. This is what we need in this club, because people need to compete for these places, and we need to add more bit of quality onto this team. God willingly, and it's only God who knows, if at all we get in the following players, we get in Rabiot, De Jong, and Rabiot and De Jong. That means our midfield is going to change totally. You're going to be having talented players who really come in through on the field of play to play for a side which goes by names of Manchester United. So as things stand, that is the confirmed starting 11 of Manchester United. It's a man who goes by the names of David De Gea in goal. Diego Dallo is playing as a right back. Left back is a man who goes by the names of Luke Shaw again, and changing that for you amid him having a very ugly display against a side which goes by the names of against a team which goes by the names of Brighton. He had a very ugly display. And Martinez Lisandro playing on the left side of the central defense. Then Freddie and Eriksson playing in a double midfield pivot, as Bruno Fernandes is playing as a central attack midfielder. Sancho onto the right attack side of the midfield. Then Rashford on the left attacking side of the midfield. And guess what? Ronaldo Cristiano is back into the starting 11 of United to lead the reign. Remember, why should we celebrate the coming back of Ronaldo? I think lots of things are going on changing, because after the press conference yesterday, the manager of Manchester United, Eric Ten Hag, really had something to say about Manchester United players out there. And he was asked about a player who goes by the names of Ronaldo, whether he's still living or not going. He said that those are your assumptions, but here, when I'm talking with Cristiano Ronaldo, he tells me that he has no reason of leaving Manchester United, and he is here to stay. So Ronaldo back in the lineup, and in the game of Brighton, he played only 35 minutes, I remember. Then in this game of a team which goes by the names of Brentford, he might play some 70 or 80 minutes. So I really believe that we are really going to put up a very big show in there for you. For me now, when I look at this lineup, I'm really positive. Do you know why I'm positive? Obviously, a player who goes by the names of Scott McTominay is out. Guys, I don't rate Scott McTominay, known for even a second. I don't know why every manager at this club is rating him a lot. I don't rate him. I don't rate the lad who goes by names of Scott McTominay. So he is finally off this pitch. And obviously, United has brought in Ericsson and Freddie into that double midfield pivot. And that's why I want to see United completing the deal of Rabiot before the end of this week. And next week we bring in De Jong, because I really believe that if at all you're going to play Liverpool with a midfield of De Jong and Rabiot and Ericsson ahead of them, we are really going to be a much improved side. That's what I really believe. I don't know what you guys think about it, but obviously, tell me what you think about United and the side which goes by the names of Brentford in the field. When we look at the substitutes, Tom Heaton, Malacia, Rafael Varane, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, James Garner, Scott McTominay, Danny Van Beek, Elanga, and Garnacho. And guys, talk about Garnacho. Garnacho is a real talent. He's a real talent, and I really don't want to see anyone talk about him being loaned out to a side which goes by the names of the Championship or the Premier League side. Trust me, that by the way, as the season grows older and older, Garnacho is going to produce performances that are really going to tempt the manager to really start him, because he's a talent. He's a talent. You know, I've always told you that talent is not bought. Talent is not bought. That's what people should know. Talent is not bought. When you look at Garnacho, he is really a very good player. Very good player, composed on the ball, and is so much good in here at Old Trafford. So I really believe that the manager is trusting a player who goes by the names of Garnacho a lot, and I really believe that he is really doing great at a side of Manchester United. And I know Erik ten Hag made a very big mistake in the games of Brighton. I really believe that he is learning from his mistakes, because he has gotten Scott McTominay out of this, because he knew that he is the reason as to why in the first half we didn't get the possession that we deserved. But right now, when you're having Ericsson and Freddie, obviously you know that you can start that ball and build it from behind, because he is the manager who believes in building that ball from behind. That is what this manager is all about. And secondly, us doing what we never did at a side which goes by the names of Brighton. You get? Second half we played very well, but my worry was Brighton decided to sit behind to really get us on the break, because they are 2 goals ahead. So that's what they did. But let's see, can we go and really outpossess a team which goes by the names of Brentford? I really want to see this team pass Brighton off the park. I want to see that. I want to see United creating chances for Ronaldo. You get, in such a game, if at all we play as we're supposed to play, Ronaldo alone can score a hat-trick. Ronaldo alone can score a hat-trick. Look at Gabriel Jesus at Arsenal. You see, the way they play really favors him. He has scored 2 goals today, and he has registered 2 assists. And he might even score a hat-trick. You never know, because he's still on the field of play. So I 100% believe that we can get Ronaldo onto this game a lot, linking the attack a lot through the midfield, because I really believe that Ericsson playing into a double midfield pivot with Freddie is really going to help us a lot. But we are lacking in what we call we are lacking depth. We are lacking depth at Manchester United, especially as far as that midfield is concerned. Quality is really lacking. And that's why I really went hard on people that we are really coming in and we're talking about Rabiot. We don't need a Manchester United, guys. If you're having a player right now in the names of Scott McTominay and Freddie, whom you feel you fancy to start into your team, and you are so much consistent that they shouldn't be on the field of play when you're playing, why do you, for God's sake, not allow in a player who is better than them to come? That's how you're going to improve in quality. When you bring on Rabiot, that means Freddie is going to be benched. And the same thing will happen to Scott McTominay when you bring on a player who goes by the names of De Jong, meaning that you're going to be having a double midfield pivot of Frankie De Jong and Rabiot. Then Ericsson pulls ahead. Don't you like that, guys? Don't you like the guys? So that's the starting 11 of Manchester United, and Diego Dallo comes in through, and we are wearing into that away kit that we launched yesterday. Is it light green? I don't know, lots of colors, but it looks like it's light green. That's what United is going to don in today, and Erik ten Hag is here and has named his team to start as far as this side of Brentford is concerned. And when you look into the comment section, I'm having some people. I'm having Ibrahim Musa telling me, all right, Ibrahim Musa, we need a CDM. Obviously not one, we need 2. That's why I'm saying that we bring in Rabiot, then De Jong comes in through. You know that I did a story letting you know that United is going to have a meeting Eric Ten Hag is going to have a meeting, a face-to-face meeting with Eric with De Jong next week. You know that very well. Then I'm having Man United for life. Are you showing it? Obviously, we don't show the game because we don't have the rights for that game. Then Ibrahim Musa, United 3, Brentford 0. All right, you've really reminded me. Who is... Let me put up a poll. Who is winning? Who is winning? Then it's Brentford, then Man United. So guys, I'm putting up a poll. Go into the live chat. Go into the live chat and tell me who is really winning this game of football today. Go into the live chat. I've put up a poll. Tell me who is really winning this game of football today as United takes on a side which goes by the names of Brentford in there for you. Remember, we lost to Brighton the last game we played, and this game is a must-win in there for you. Allow me flash you some of the players how they arrived at Manchester United ahead of this game of football we are going to play. This is Garnacho, a man that I really advocate for to start for United. I really call for him to start because he's really talented. Guys, at United we had people like Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo came in at United at the age of 18. And he started to be playing games at Manchester United because he was extra talented. Garnacho is extra talented. He's a talent. He's a generational talent. And trust me, he should be starting. You get? I really believe that apart from Anton Martial, no player plays better than him off the left attacking side of the midfield. So that's why I believe Garnacho should be starting for United. The other player that was pictured arriving at Brentford Stadium, obviously he's not a novice to the stadium. It's a man who goes by names of Eriksson, who really played some good games at a side which goes by names of Brentford, and he really played 11 games, got involved in 5 goals, created 4, and just scored 1 in 11 games, and he contributed a lot in their wins that they really had, and that's why they never really got relegated out of the Premier League. So he has arrived also. That's how Eriksson really arrived. You see him in the for you. Smash the like button, guys, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now the man of the moment, starting again today, confirming to Eric Ten Hag that I'm going nowhere. I'm here to serve you. Something that I don't believe up to now, however much is being said by the manager, until the 1st of September. Until the 1st of September, that's when the window closes. That's when I'm really going to come in and really tell you that, all right, now what Ten Hag told us was right. Because Ten Hag really believes that he needs Ronaldo. Reason, he doesn't have enough number 9s to lead the line. And if I told you were in his position, you would have fought for a player like Ronaldo. World class, well proven, and he's obviously a very good player. So that is how Ronaldo really arrived at a side which goes by the names of Brentford Community Stadium, where United is going to go on and really host a side which goes... Sorry, United are going to be hosted. United is not going to host. All right, I'm having some other players and how they arrived at a side which goes by names of Brentford Community Stadium. All right, this is Luke Shaw, a man who never really had a very good game against Brighton. And the manager has stuck to him and said, all right, Luke Shaw, go in and show me what you've got. So we're waiting to see how this is going to happen, but Luke Shaw has a lot to mirror into himself because he's a player proven good, but can he really play into the system of the manager who really wants to build the book from behind? I think that's the first attribute that Malacia has better than Luke Shaw. He builds from behind. He's comfortable on the ball, something that Luke Shaw is not really so much conversant of. He's not all that bad, you get, but he doesn't match the level of Malacia. That's why I've always told you here that I really believe that Malacia is going to come in and really bench this guy who goes by the names of Luke Shaw in there for you. Then the other player pictured, Marcus Rashford, so much in the news today and yesterday that he was linked to PSG and his agent was talking to PSG, but Eric Ten Hag has said, I have him in my plans and he's going nowhere. So Marcus Rashford also, that's how he arrived at the Brentford Community Stadium, also named into the starting 11 of Manchester United. But remember, he was so wasteful in the game of Brighton. Amidst the entire team not playing very well, but this player in particular was so wasteful. 3 chances, he couldn't even get one in the back of the net. That is so much bad and so much ill for a player like Marcus Rashford, who is really fighting to get back to form. And remember, the World Cup is underway, and if at all you don't perform very well, the World Cup, you are going to miss out on it. This is a man who goes by the name of Lisandro Martinez behind Van der Gaar, the assistant coach of Erik ten Hag, in there for you, arriving at Brentford Community Stadium. And this is the man, Lisandro Martinez, a man of the moment, a man whom we love a lot in here, the side which goes by the names of Manchester United. And we're believing lots of things to happen for this guy, Lisandro Martinez. Obviously, he gives us lots of things from the central defense, the way we want to build from behind. His passing accuracy, the ground duels he wins, amidst his height, the aerial duels he win are really something to be talked about game in, game out. That is a man who goes by the names of Lisandro Martinez. Then Rafael Varane, a man who I believe should be starting ahead of Harry Maguire. And I told you that for my case, I'm not here to argue about Harry Maguire. I can't argue about Harry Maguire because I know his days are numbered. Time is going to come when he's exposed and the manager will be having a world-class central defender in the names of Rafael Varane, obviously, who is ready to come in through and really get the job done and get the job going, you get? So I really believe that for him, I'm not even arguing about him. I know his time is coming to an end and he's going to get out, and Rafael Varane will be playing with Lisandro Martinez into that central defense. Amid this, Harry Maguire being the captain, but unless he ups his game, obviously the only way he can up his game is him increasing his pace, you get? But obviously he was born a slow man. You get? That is his natural hazard. He's a slow guy. He can't really increase on his pace, so there is nothing he can do to see himself really getting where he's supposed to be. So that's what I really want to see for a man who goes by the names of the manager himself, who goes by the names of Erik ten Hag. Then let's go to Brentford. I want to show you the lineup of Brentford because we are really going to be facing a man who goes by the names of Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney is really a very good player and he has really shown consistency in that for you. And Damsgaard has also been brought to this team, and let's see who is starting into this lineup of a team which goes by the names of Brentford. Obviously, let me read you the lineup. This is how Brentford is standing tonight. Smash the like button, guys, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, Brentford are having Raya, Roselev, they're having Haiki, they're having Jason, they're having me, they're having Henry, they're having Nogard, they're having Jensen, they're having Da Silva, they're having Mbwenu and Ivan Toney in there. When you look on the bench, they're having Strasozoka. This keeper was linked to Manchester United. They're having Wissa, they're having Gordas, they're having Onyeka, Lewis Porter, Damsgaard, the new Danish that has been signed by a side which goes by names of Brentford to cover up for a position that was really left by Eriksson, who is currently playing for Manchester United, Baptiste, Janelt, and bench. That is how a team which goes by the names of Brentford is going to stand. But look so much on Ivan Toney and Mbwenu, guys. Ivan Toney and Mbwenu, they are the really people to torture us, and this time round, Erik ten Hag needs to really be so much lenient, needs to be much observant, because this team really has a man who really is a bully. That is Ivan Toney. Ivan Toney is a bully, born a bully. You get, he has a lot of energy on him, and I really feel for Harry Maguire today and how he's really going to go on and really undergo this. Now, this is how they are going to stand. Smash the like button, guys, comment and share. Go into the live chat. Tell me, who do you think is winning this game? Is it United or Brentford? I've put up a poll into there, so guys, feel free to go into there and really tell me what you think about that. Now, when you look at how a team which goes by names of Brentford is really lining up today, they are lining up in a 4-3-3 system. Obviously, it's a 4-3-3 system with David Raya in goal, Aaron Hickey playing as a right back, Jason and me playing in the central defense, R. Henry playing as a left back. Then the midfield three, they're having Nogard, Jensen, and Roselev. Then the front three, they're having Ivan Toney leading the line, Da Silva as a left forward, and Mbwenu as a right forward. So Mbwenu and Toney are really strong and fast guys. Trust me, if there is someone you need to go on and give you physicality on the pitch, or the physical presence on the pitch, it's Ivan Toney. And I worry a lot about Harry Maguire. United need to close him a lot. I don't know how Lisandro Martinez is going to go ahead and really get used to playing with Harry Maguire, because for him he's fast, he's good on the ball, and his physicality is not questionable. He looks like a tiny man, but he's really hard. He's a hard man. But Harry Maguire, amidst all the good qualities he's having, he lacks the basic quality of a modern centre-back. A modern centre-back has to be fast. Amidst you being good on the ball, what else? Amidst you being good on the ball, good in the air, you get? But you're slow, because when they really throw that ball behind you, that top ball that really goes over you, you're exposed. That's how that first goal of Brighton got into the net of Manchester United. Harry Maguire couldn't close down Danny Welbeck, yet Danny Welbeck is not one of the fastest strikers we've seen in the Premier League, but he couldn't really get him down. So I really believe that we need to do a lot onto this game of football as United plays a side which goes by the names of Brentford. They are telling us that United is playing a 4-3-3 system. That's what Google is showing us, and I think it might be because this is one of the systems that Erik ten Hag also admires a lot, with David De Gea in goal, Diego Dalot playing as a right back, Luke Shaw playing as a left full back, then Lisandro Martinez on the left side of the central defense, Harry Maguire in the right side of the central defense, Freddie playing in the single pivot, Eriksen playing on his right, Fernandes playing on his left, Rashford off the left flank, Sancho off the right flank, and Cristiano Ronaldo is leading the line for Manchester United. So that is how United is lining up today, and I really believe that with the benching of Scott McTominay and getting him out of the first 11 of United, I really believe that we have a chance. We have a chance because the midfield, at least we are going to be able to go in and really be able to do that passing game in the midfield area. That's what I really believe, and that's why I'm so much eager to watch this game of football as it really goes on there. Because trust me, as things stand, we wouldn't have been where we are if at all this midfield started against Brighton. Reason being, in the first half, we couldn't have anyone to get that ball from the defense. Freddie was always closed down. He's not a press-resistant player. And now what the manager has done is to get Eriksen close to the back four, such that the back four can really get the ball to him, and he really ignites all those attacks of Manchester United. So guys, go into the live chat. Tell me what you think about this game of football of United versus a side which goes by names of Brentford, as it's being brought to you in here by Rokan David. You know, this is how we do it. United Matters channel is the channel that really gets you all going onto this channel. So I'm just wanting to see what Erik ten Hag has to say ahead of this game of football of United versus a side which goes by the names of Brentford, because we need a win. Guys, if there is anything we need a win. Do you know why we needed a win? The reason as to why we need a win is, one, we lost our first game. Our third game is against Liverpool. You can't go into that game knowing that either you are going to get even a point, because you know how Liverpool is good at, but they've also not settled in very well. So that really gives us a chance, if at all we are really very organized. So this is the game we're supposed to get 3 points. One, if you get 3 points from this game, pressure is reduced. Pressure is 100% reduced. You won't be having the pressure that you would have gotten if at all you go in here and lose. You get? So that's the reason as to why we need a win today. And the manager has done for me one good thing that I'm really happy of, getting Scott McTominay off the starting 11 of United. And I don't expect Scott McTominay to come into this team. Why should he come in through when you're having Danny Van Beek and James Garner? I would like to see the likes of James Garner coming to this game. You get? Then I'm having Ibrahim Musa. What about Cody? Cody is Everton. He plays for Everton in the area. You're talking about Cody Gakpo. Cody Gakpo, United are weighing in and waiting for that double tie between Rangers and PSV. Remember, that is going to be a Champions League tie, qualification tie. They knocked out Monaco in the mid of the week. They beat Monaco by 3-2, and now they are into this last game. If at all they beat Rangers, they'll go into the Champions League, and that's when the verdict will be really given out by PSV and Heaven on whether to sell this player or not. Then I'm having Okechukwu Naji says United will win 3-1. All right, thank you. Olayede Joshua says United will win 3-1. So we need a win of any kind, guys. Whether ugly, whether beautiful, We just need a win like that to really go in and build more confidence in our team, because our confidence looks like it has lowered a lot, according to me. So we need a win of any stature. A win of any stature is needed at Manchester United. If you really know what you're talking about, a win is a win. And those points will always be registered on the table as 3 points. Now, Ericsson, the manager Ten Hag, has really lots of things to say. He had this to say about Cristiano Ronaldo as we headed into this game of football, as United is playing a side which goes by the names of Brentford. And the manager said, firstly, that it's short, his preseason, but Ronaldo is Ronaldo. He can do that. He proved it so often in the past. He's really a fit guy, and he has to show it today. So the manager has really come out and told us that Ronaldo is Ronaldo. Obviously, we know Ronaldo is Ronaldo, and those minutes that he really graced in that field of play when you're really struggling against Brighton, you saw his impact. I mean, it's him looking much unfit. So the manager has come out and thrown all sorts of hails to Ronaldo, and he says he's really a fit guy and he has to show it today. Obviously, Ronaldo has to go in and show us that he's really that guy that the manager is fighting for to stay. And obviously, if we play as we're supposed to play, if the midfield links the attack a lot and they get them on the ball a lot, the likes of Sancho, Rashford, and the way we are playing with Ericsson and Bruno in a midfield 3, that means Ronaldo is going to get plenty of chances, and I really fancy him to score a hat-trick if at all we play very well, because that midfield has painted a picture in my mind of how we are really going to be playing. A 4-3-3 system, and United needs to go in and really boss this game out. We won here by 3 goals to 0 last season. It's the same result we should go in for, and I really believe that Ronaldo is really going to go in and really get a hat-trick in this game of football as United tussles it out with Brentford. A win that we need. We need this win, guys. We need it badly. If at all you know what I'm talking about, we need this win badly at the Brentford Community Stadium. Teams are winning, Man City is winning, Arsenal is winning, so we shouldn't slip up. We shouldn't lose some other 3 points. 3 points are needed today because our next game is against Liverpool at Old Trafford. Then Ten Hag said Ericsson has to dominate the game like everyone else. He can make the difference. We know his creativity, his relationship with Bruno is getting better every day, obviously. So it shows you that it looks like the ideal midfield 3 of Erik Ten Hag is Bruno Fernandes and Ericsson and Rabiot all De Jong. So if those players really coming through at a side which goes by names of Manchester United, then they will be given a green light to play in that midfield 3 in that 4, meaning that Freddie and Scott McTominay are going to be benched. If at all Rabiot comes in and Frankie De Jong comes in through, these players are really going to be benched. Even Bruno will be benched if at all Rabiot comes in through with a player who goes by names of Frankie De Jong, because they'll be doing great with Ericsson in that midfield 3 in there for you. But the manager has hinted about the relationship with Bruno and Ericsson. I really want to see this. I never saw it. I never saw it happen in the game of Brighton. And you can really give Bruno an excuse because he has not been playing with him in the preseason. And all that goes to how we recruit these players. If at all we recruited them early enough, it wouldn't have been the case. It would have been a different case altogether. That United would have gone ahead and really given us the best that we deserve, especially from Bruno and Ericsson. If at all they played close to 3-4 games together in the preseason, the chemistry between them would have been better for you, because I believe Bruno has minerals to play in that position, but there is something that needs to go on to be improved by the manager. And if there is a manager I trust to improve players, Erik Ten Hag is one of those. And obviously, I believe that Bruno one day will be that player that we need to be known for scoring goals, but for being a controller of the game, especially in that midfield area. And he can specialize into creating goals fast before he really thinks of shooting. When you look at that goal of Kevin De Bruyne he scored today, he was like looking for someone to give that ball, and that person was nowhere to be seen. Then that's when he really went for that shot using his outer foot into the back of the net. That's what we want to see Bruno do. We want to see Bruno, when scoring is his last option, he has to first adventure all options. He has to first try out every option, not just go in and really shoot anyhowly like that game of Brighton. In just 2 minutes, he had a chance. He had acres of space alone. Scott McTominay squared that ball to him. He couldn't find the ball on target. Over the bar. That's what he did. So those are things that Bruno should improve a lot. And if at all he wants to really get into better positions of really competing for the best midfield in the Premier League, he should really go in and not mind of scoring goals. He should be a player who thinks of getting his fellow players on the ball a lot, as a midfielder does in that position in the four. Then I'm having Ten Hag on if the heat would affect performances. It's hot for everyone. It's the same for both teams. All right. One thing I like about this manager is that he doesn't give excuses. In the game of a team which goes by names of Aston Villa in the preseason, the stadium was bad, but he never really gave that as an excuse, because you have to win in every conditions, because both teams are playing the same conditions. It's not that you are the only team who is exposed to such conditions. No way. No way. So no excuses to be given. We need this win. As United, we need to win. And my hope is in the manager who goes by the names of Erik Ten Hag, after making that big change of really getting out a player who goes by names of Scott McTominay from the midfield. And for that, I end the poll to really bring you the results. United, 100% people are saying United is winning this one, and let's wait and see how it's going to walk down into this. I sign out for now. See you later. Thank you guys for watching in. See you when this game is done and dusted.